Okay, let's do a fun one together. This is going to be writing a function that asks the user for 3 favorites of 3 different topics and respond by acknowledging their favorites and add, really, it's 3 of your own. Okay, so go ahead and copy this one. File, save a copy in Drive. Don't forget to get rid of the copy at the top of your notebook so that your notebooks are storing cleanly. And I would say, think about what you want to put in here. You know, I would encourage making notes to yourself. You could put like comment up, you know, so maybe I'll go with something like sports, singers, and food. Okay? Any topics are fine. Now, when we write this function, we could use our function syntax, def, and then we want to name it something. Maybe something like user favorites, okay, indicating that there's going to be a user here. And now inside of the parentheses, we don't need any parameters. And the reason why is because we're actually going to get them all inside of the definition of the function and the lines that follow using the input function. And then our responses will be the print function. Okay, so we put a colon in and then we can start asking. Now, if you ask a question, like maybe I want to ask about a team, to refer back to it, we assign it a variable. So team will be input. Maybe then, what is your favorite team? Okay. Now, when they say something, you want to respond with it. Okay, so how might we respond? Well, it's going to be a print function, and you might say something like, maybe you want to start with the team. And if you want to start with the team, you want an F string, and you could even do team.capitalize to keep your punctuation clean. Okay, so it'll capitalize if they put in lowercase. And so I can say, blank are interesting, but I prefer the Warriors. All right. Okay, next one. Another input, so this time for singers, I'll pick a singer, and input, who is one of your favorite singers? Okay, so they're going to respond with something, and you want to print out, you know, another F string in response. And, you know, I would vary it up a little with what you say. So maybe like, oh, and then singer, you can just give it back how they gave it. Oh, singer is cool and all, but I like Ella Fitzgerald. Okay. And finally, last one would be food. And so for the food, you know, give it an input. What about food? Or what about your favorite food? We want one word here. What about a favorite food? How about that? A little easier to answer. And then let's get some agreement at the end so we can print out, say, oh, awesome. Great. I like, and now I want to say tacos. Sorry, I'm already jumping ahead. Tacos are good. It's whatever food they say, but note, like, the color didn't change, which it should for the F string, because I haven't put the F in front. So watch the color coding with the F string. Okay, awesome. I like this food too. And then maybe even a fun conclusion. Let's be friends. Okay, let's give it a whirl. So press Shift Enter. And this is now going to store this function, user favorites. Now I realized too, I didn't actually return anything. You technically don't have to, although you can like return none, which is probably better practice, but we'll make some modifications. So let's go ahead and first give it a try and see how it works. Okay, user favorites, Shift Enter. What is your favorite team? Okay, and so the user picks one. Let's say they pick the Pacers. Pacers are interesting, but I prefer the Warriors. Who is one of your favorite singers? Lady Gaga. Oh, Lady Gaga's cool and all, but I like Ella Fitzgerald. What about a favorite food? Gotta go with tacos here. Awesome, I like tacos too. Let's be friends. Okay, it's a little fun, right? And so I think this one is generally speaking fine, but you know, you could do the new lines to make it potentially a little cleaner, right? And you only need those in the inputs. Okay, and as mentioned also, you know, sometimes there will be grammatical mistakes. You might find that, oh, I think this phrasing will work better if I do it a little differently. Maybe to be clear that the function's over, you can return none. I think this is fine. Okay, so do it one last time. User favorites, always edit your functions. Okay, this is interesting because it doesn't show the new line because even though I made the changes, this is a common error, you got to run it again. Now, input gets a lot of errors because it's stuck in waiting and it's going to go through all three. So what you can do, you can interrupt it by pressing that stop button. So after you make changes, don't forget you need to rerun the coding cell above, and now you come below, call it again, and now you can see it shows up underneath. So who is your favorite team? How about Real Madrid? Okay, Real Madrid are interesting, but I prefer the Warriors. Now this is sort of interesting that it did a lowercase on Madrid. I don't want to get into that right now because it can be a little complicated as far as how to fix that. Who is one of your favorite singers? Okay, how about in this case, let's go with Adele. Okay, oh, Adele is cool and all, but I like Ella Fitzgerald. What about a favorite food? Let's go with chocolate cake. Awesome, I like chocolate cake too. Let's be friends. Okay, so there you have a function of favorites. And, you know, as you're starting to see, you can start to have a lot of fun. And I think when you're the programmer, again, it's good to really verify what people are saying and to try to give it a little personality too, so that users enjoy engaging with your programs.